Hello and welcome to another episode of Kuma's Kitchen. Today we're having, well, some very special blueberry muffins. Now, I'm calling these Lil's Cafe blueberry muffins, and there's a story behind that. You see, you may not believe this, but when I was going to high school, I was not a model student. me and two friends, we used to skip out all the time. What we do is we go up to the high school. High school was up on the hill in Kamloops. If you know Kamloops, it's up overlooking, up on the hillside. It was Kamloops Senior Secondary School. That was my high school. And what we would do is we'd go to homeroom here, and then we'd disappear. We'd head down the hill. Now, sometimes we'd drive down because we all had these old trucks that we drove. And, you know, it was Rick Donchie, Steve Miracle, and those guys had like 1957, 58 Chevy trucks. I had this old 1963 GMC pickup, ugliest vehicle ever. And sometimes we'd drive down, other times we just walked down the hill because it was down the hill and there's not really parking anyway. So we'd head down, and sometimes we'd get picked up by the agriculture teacher, Nick Kalick. He'd pick us up. I'm sure I can say Nick's name now. He's probably long retired. He knew we were skipping out, but he was a neighbor to the ranch that I lived on, and his cattle would end up on our ranch lot, so he had to be nice to me. And he didn't even want me in his agriculture class because I used to know more about agriculture than he does. So he was happy when we skipped out, and he'd help us out. We'd go down the hill, and our aim was the pool hall. There was a pool hall down there, but the pool hall didn't open yet. And right next to it was Lil's Cafe. And Lil used to make these beautiful, I mean, bigger than this. I don't have the size of muffin tin to make the size of muffins that she made. They were huge. We'd have a big old blueberry muffin and a coffee, and then we'd head over to the pool hall afterwards. And I tell you, yeah, this brings back memories of Lil's Cafe. We had some good times there. We had some good times skipping out and heading down to the pool hall. Look at that. Steam still coming out of there. Beautiful. These just came out of the oven. They are fantastic. Yeah. Big huge blueberries there. All right. Let's go to the kitchen so you can make your own Lil's Cafe blueberry muffins. So here's the ingredients for our blueberry muffins. So across the front, well, I've got a quarter cup of butter, and I've cut up into smaller pieces just so it'll melt quicker. I've got 1 teaspoon of baking powder. I've got a half a teaspoon of baking soda. I've got a quarter teaspoon of salt. I've got a half teaspoon of almond extract. Now, sometimes I use vanilla extract, but the blueberries here, they come in a bit of a sweeter liquid, and I'm gonna have a lot of sweet in there anyways, the sugar and all. So what I want to do is I'm gonna give that a little bit of kick from the almond. I'm just gonna change that flavor just a little tiny bit. Perfect. All right, so then the rest of the ingredients. That is 3/4 cup of sugar, and again, my favorite unrefined cane sugar. Any sugar will do in this case, but really, you know, use something like this. Very good. 2 eggs, a half a cup of plain yogurt, a half a cup of milk. Over here, 2 cups of flour, and then the big showpiece across the back here, 1.5 cups of blueberries. Now, I can't get blueberries in Japan. They don't grow here. So I get them in this jar. These are actually from Oregon. And they're packaged by the Oregon Berry Packing Company. Fantastic. Now, they do come in a liquid, and it says here, let's see, in the liquid we've got blueberries, sugar, and lemon juice. So very natural, very nice stuff. But I don't want the liquid, so what I do is I spoon them out, and then I throw them into a colander, and any extra little juice drips off. We're going to get a little juice in there, and that's going to throw a little purple coloring to our blueberry muffins. That's okay. These are really delicious. I actually have to hunt for these. If you live here in Osaka and you're wondering where can you get these, Seijoishi. I couldn't get it at the Seijoishi that I usually go to, but the one in Abeno Harukas in the down in the department store, they had some. The other one usually carries it too. So just look for that big jar, usually around the jams. All right, put that down there for now. So what I'm going to do first of all, put that milk off to one side. I'm going to spill it. Put that over there. I'm going to grab a slightly bigger bowl, throw the flour into it, because I want to mix in. The baking powder, the baking soda, and the salt. We'll get those. Just grab a whisk and just combine that through there. All right, so that's all ready to go. Now, we're gonna melt that butter. So, bring this up, throw the butter in there, and then we'll bring this up on just kind of a medium-low heat. We don't want to burn the butter, just want to melt it. So turn that right down. Get a spoon over here, so I can skate that butter around, get it melting. Let's just take about a minute. Okay, that butter is melted, so turn the heat off. I'm going to stir in that sugar. Yeah, nice mess. It's a good idea to pour it in gently, not just plop it in there. All right, stir the sugar into that. I'll also add in that almond extract now. Stir that in a bit. Now this is a bit combined. We can start pouring in things like the milk. All right, stir that around. This is why Rick doesn't let me cook at home. Make a mess of the kitchen. All right, once that's together, now with the milk in it, it's going to be easy to get this out of here and into the large bowl. So let's just put that flour mixture over there, grab this over here, pour this all into the bowl without making a mess, Kevin. All right, so that's in. Yeah. All right. I'm going to grab the whisk now, because what I'm going to do now is going to add in that yogurt. And let's see, we got our little spatula over here to make sure we get all that yogurt in there. I love yogurt in muffins. It just gives it a little extra, again, a little bit of tang, which just really makes the muffins good. I can't remember Lil's muffins, whether they had that or not. Alright, so let's get that all mixed in there. Now, the eggs. So I got my little bowl that the flour was in before. I grabbed that because I want to whisk up the eggs first and then throw them in there. So, crack 2 eggs in here. Whoa, beautiful, beautiful eggs. There goes another one. Get in there. Yes. I love these eggs. You can tell that the chickens really have good nutrition because those shells are pretty hard. That's they got a good texture to them. The eggs, well, lots of nutrition in there. All right, gonna give those a whisk. Now, once that's done, add them into the rest of our liquids here. All right, that's good. Mix that in. Let's get rid of some of these things here off to one side. All right, so just gonna get that all mixed together. Okay, that's looking good. I think we're extra messy today. All right, that over there. Get that little guy out of the way. Grab my spoon back, and now I'm going to mix the flour into the wet ingredients. a little lift and turn, lift and turn. Start getting that in there. You don't want to beat this too hard. Just gently mix it together until it comes together like this. A little lumpy, that's fine. Now, in go the blueberries. So, I want to be gentle about this because I don't want to turn my whole muffins purple. So just gently fold those in. So we're sure we've got blueberries kind of distributed throughout. And we'll be ready to go. Alright, that's looking good. Look at that, see? That's a little bit of that juice that was dripping out from, and it is, it's a little bit sweet, a little bit of lemon juice in there. No chemicals, no nothing. It's very natural and delicious. So do make sure with the leftovers that you put them in the fridge. Here's a secret with these. That, just as is, heat that up in a saucepan and take a little bit of cornstarch and just, you know, put a little bit of juice to the side, get your cornstarch dissolved in there, and then mix it into the rest of the stuff in the pan, and it's going to start to thicken up just a little bit. You don't need much, just a little bit of cornstarch. You don't want to get too thick. And then have that over ice cream, or on your waffles. Oh yes, this stuff is fantastic. There's so much you can do with it. Really good. I'm very glad that I can get that here. It's not that easy to find. All right, so I'm going to put that off to one side over there. What I've got here now is I've got 12, well, we're going to make 12 muffins, so 12 muffin cups. And we're going to put the little paper cups in there. So here, away we go. All right, that's it. 12 little muffin cups. I'm going to grab a spoon because it makes it easier to get the batter into there. So just clean that off of there. Put that off to one side for now. Got it. Okay. Just grab yourself some and plop it in. You want to basically fill your cups about 3/4 full. So let's go around divvying it up until we've got all these pretty well ready to go. All right, so we ended up with 15 muffins. That's a bonus. All right, those are going in the oven over there at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 25 to 30 minutes. Now, sometimes when we do muffins, do them at a higher temperature, and you get that. I don't want that. I like a softer muffin, so I'm going to stick them down around 350. If you want the harder shell on there, you could do them around 400 and cut down the amount of time. But we're going for the softer top ones. All right, see you when they come out of the oven. All right, those are looking pretty nice. We got one more batch over there. All right, the lone 3. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is run a skewer in there. They're looking good. I think they're about right, but oh yeah, that's perfect. All right, so that was 25 minutes. Depends on your oven. You might want to go 30 minutes. See, these guys are up on the top rack. Yeah, all looking good. There we go. Blueberry muffins. Yeah, I feel like I'm back at Little's Cafe. Alright, so if you like this recipe, well, stick around. Check out the other original Kevin Riley recipes here on Kuma's Kitchen. And make sure you make some. They're all delicious. Take my word for it. Anyways, now go. Make these, make one of the other recipes here, and make cooking fun again with Kuma's Kitchen.